There are lots of reasons why people want to purchase a new construction home, but there are absolutely some things that you want to be on the lookout for while going through the process of buying a new build. So you will absolutely not want to go under contract on a new construction home without these 7 tips that I'm about to give you. And be sure to watch till the end for some bonus tips. So stay tuned. If we haven't met yet, I'm Denise Ross, a realtor with Keller Williams City View here in San Antonio, Texas. And I absolutely love helping people make San Antonio their home, and I would love to help you too. I'm getting calls, texts, and emails each and every day from folks just like you all across the country and even internationally who are looking to relocate here to San Antonio, and I absolutely love it, and I would love to hear from you. So feel free to call, text, or email me. I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Now, there are lots of positives about a newly constructed home. Unlike a resale home, nobody's ever lived in it before, so there is no wear and tear. Generally, they're very energy efficient and require less maintenance and come with a pretty thorough warranty by the builder for the first year. These are all really great things when purchasing a new construction home, but they generally cost more than a similar resale home. And there are definitely some things that you want to be aware of and some things that you definitely will not want to overlook. The first thing to know when you walk into that model home at the new community is that the sales agent there does not have your best interests in mind. No matter how friendly they seem, their first loyalty is to the builder, and everything that they tell you is going to be to the builder's benefit. They are looking for the biggest return for the builder's bottom line and are often greatly incentivized by bonuses, trips, etc. This is why you need your own representation, your own real estate agent in your corner looking out for your bottom line and your best interest. A lot of times they will try to tell you that they will give you a better deal if you don't use a realtor. They have already planned for and factored in the buyer's agent commission costs into their bottom line, and it is very unlikely that they are going to pass those cost savings along to you. It's just another example of how they're looking out for their best interest and trying and hoping to save on those costs to add to their bottom line. Tip number 2, shop lenders. On a similar note to what I was just discussing, they might require you to get started with your transaction with their in-house lender, and they might even offer you a package of $5,000 to $10,000 in closing costs for using their lender. I recommend to all of my clients to shop around. Their costs might be high already, and so them offering you the $10,000 in closing costs might not compare to what you might get from another lender. Buying a home is likely one of the biggest purchases of your entire lifetime, so I always encourage folks to shop around and get at least another quote from another lender to see how they can compare on their closing costs, incentives, interest rates, etc. Number 3, understand what you're signing. Now, this may sound simple, but the contracts that the builders use are different from a standard real estate contract used in any other transaction in the state of Texas. Each builder has their own contract created by their in-house legal team, skewed toward the builder and written to safeguard them in every way possible. These contracts can be very long, some are like 50 pages, and leave very few outs for the buyer. When you sign a contract and put down a deposit or earnest money, which might be a flat fee or it might be a percentage of the total sales price, you should know what options and situations might arise that would allow you to get your earnest money deposit back, or if the sales price is locked in or if there's an escalation clause included. They are often not forthright with you about this, and unlike when you're purchasing a resale home where you have the option period and you can get your earnest money deposit back if you have buyer's remorse or if you find a home that you like better, this is often not the case with new construction contracts. So make sure you ask about these things specifically, or better yet, go back to my first tip and make sure you have your own agent representing you in your corner that will have your back and know to help you to look out for these things. Moving on, most builders will have a design center where you can choose the different finishes and upgrades, or some will just have packages that you can choose from that are bundles of things like package A, package B, package C, etc. Tip number 4 is don't get caught up in customization. Options and add-ons can seem limitless when you're walking in to a builder's showroom. But before you go on a spree of adding upgrade after upgrade, it is smart to consider which ones will actually add value to your home and which ones will just make it look a little bit nicer but cost a whole lot more. And some upgrades might be better for you to add after you own the home. That would give you more control over the cost and more control over your design choices. At the same time, you will want to budget for items that are not always included in the contract for new construction, such as some landscaping or even window coverings, or that new furniture that you're going to want to go in your new home. Tip number 5, when considering how much you can afford, it is often really hard to judge the property taxes on a new build. You might see, if you look at the tax rules for a particular address of a lot that you might be considering, the taxes will say they're only a few $100s, but that is the tax on the undeveloped land only. The taxes on the new home that hasn't been built yet haven't yet been established. I wouldn't want you to be surprised if you were expecting your monthly payment to be in a certain amount, and including the taxes and insurance, and then when it came down to it, the payment was actually significantly more when it factored in the actual amount of taxes, and then that to put you in a bind every month. Tip number 6, get your own inspection done. This is in addition to the builder's blue tape walkthrough. Sometimes things are rushed or crews change and things are missed. So I actually recommend my clients to get a multi-stage inspection, so get a third-party independent home inspector to come out and do an inspection at the framing stage before the walls are closed in. That way any problems at that stage can be recognized and remedied before the construction process goes any further. Then a second inspection shortly before the blue tape walkthrough, and then a third and final inspection about a month before the 1-year mark of when the builder's warranty usually expires, so that you can get any issues addressed at that time while you're still under warranty. And tip number 7 is know that delays happen all the time. Whether it be with material, labor, or just closing in general, these happen all the time, and often you don't have a say in how the delay affects you. This can make you feel like things are out of your control. Say you have a rental that you've been living in and you've given your notice that you need to move out, and then you find out that your completion and closing has been delayed. But again, if you have a representative in your corner, they can help you to kind of try to navigate these. And a couple of bonus tips. There are going to be things that builders are going to try really hard to sell you on. The first of which is probably going to be the amenity center. They're going to take you and show you their fabulous pool, playground, rec center, or some fabulous rendering of it. Amenities are great, but consider how often you're going to use it, or if there's this enormous pool but there's only 5 parking spots out in front of it, is it going to be convenient for you to use it? And sometimes these can get you very excited and keep you from being focused on all of the details that we just talked about in the other tips. Also, builders will usually try to sell the less desirable areas of the community first, and will often lure you into purchasing those areas by promising big discounts if you purchase these particular lots. Purchase with your resale in mind. While it might be desirable when the community is first being established to be on the perimeter of the community so you can get home first and not have to drive through the rest of the community under construction in order to get to your home, you don't know what is going to be built on that adjacent lot to your home on the perimeter. That lovely green space might turn into a highway, a big box store, a strip mall, an industrial complex, or an apartment complex. If the builder knows what the future plans are for these properties, they are unlikely to disclose that to you. What do you think? Are you planning on purchasing new construction? Were you surprised by any of the tips that I shared today? Let me know in the comments. Or if you have other questions, feel free to reach out to me via text, email, or phone call. I'd love to hear from you, or you can even schedule a private Zoom call. The link will be in the comments. If you found this information valuable, please like and subscribe. And if you liked this video, you can learn all about different areas of San Antonio by checking out this video. Thanks so much for watching.